You be like, it's Ren's fault. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not my fault. This is a online show. We live in the Bahamas. Anybody who could solve this problem for us, we appreciate you. But sadly, we were having a dynamic interview with Mr. Tyler Gardiner, who was opening up to us, of course, about his transition from track and field, running the 800 and the 1500 to now cross country. So much he has said. It's sad that because we were disconnected, we have lost that interview. So thank you, Gabby, for signing in. I'm gonna do my best to recap. So if you don't end it, you actually lose everything, and it's kind of. Working me hard. So, yeah, we gotta start over. We'll try it again. You gotta be quicker this time, I guess. We were almost finished too. We were almost done. Tyler, I want to apologize. I don't know. I want to say it's my end that did it, so I don't know what happened. Disconnect. Was it your network?
No, it ain't my network.
All right. Oh, you switched locations. We're in the front room now. We fancy. All right.
Yeah, man.
So just to try to capture the full essence of the interview, I apologize, but I'm gonna have to ask you the
Yeah,
questions again. We'll try to run
yeah.
through them this time. Oh man! But ladies and gentlemen, Tyler was killing it. I'm mad we don't have that first half. You were doing great, bro. Yeah. So let's try this again. You competed as a member of the UB first cross country team. What was that
Yeah.
experience like?
It was a good experience. I enjoyed it. It was a good experience. No, different atmosphere, or whatever, training wise and competition wise. So
And what's the
yeah,
difference?
just
What differences can you give us between training for the 800 and 1500 versus training for running miles?
it's just that's the answer right there. More mileage for the 800. I'd be doing shorter intervals. For cross country, I'd be doing like longer mileage. Some weeks I go like 40 miles a week, 50 miles a week, but for the 800, my mileage just stay down like 25, 30 miles a week. And that being like short intervals of 1Ks and stuff.
And what lessons have you learned now that you're doing longer miles?
It's just discipline. Gotta stay disciplined or whatever. Getting up them hours, eat what I gotta eat.
And I have to ask it again. So give us the change in hours. Tell us that great story of how coaches run his gas and AC and say, come, Tyler, let's go.
Yeah, like an hour earlier than before. So practice start 5:30. I'd be at cross country practice from like 4:30. Be on the road running like 5 o'clock. 30 minutes straight. Times I go straight to 5:30 just finish. And then from
And
there,
this.
I like to go to the track practice too after cross country. So from there, I just
Now
go
you
to
didn't
track
mention that
practice.
before. So you run the airport road from 4:30
Yeah,
until like 5:30. Then you still go to track and field practice, bro.
yeah. I still like to go to my track practice with my coach. So
Wow. And again, tell us about the mentality that it takes to be a cross country runner.
I mean, you just gotta have a strong mindset. That's basically it. You just gotta keep a strong mindset. Cause sometimes you be like, motherfucker, I really feel like running a day or these miles or whatever. But sometimes it'd be like an easy cruise. Some days he'd be like, all right, you gotta beat the best. You can't go home unless you beat the best. So, yeah,
And how as a team, because you spoke about internationally, right? You guys run as a team of five. And you also talked about how it's actually at a disadvantage if somebody gets selfish and just beat everybody and then your team's lagging behind. What do you guys do
yeah.
together? What do you do to get your points where it needs to be?
We just try to stay close to each other. So in practice, we gotta train. We gotta train to stay close to each other. So say coach say, all right, Kylie, you gotta take the lead today. Tomorrow we'd make like my boy Josh, shout out to Josh, he'd make Josh go first and I gotta He like the last one to take off on the clock. So we gotta just stay next to each other or whatever. Stay up, keep up with each other. Mentality and
Excellent.
we try.
Excellent. We have Coach Rose signing in. Thank you, Coach Rose, for signing in.
Yeah,
So
man.
cross country is more than a team sport, right? It's way more
Yeah.
team than track and field because the team acquires points based on placement. So how do you guys not only push each other, but how do you guys improve to help the team? Let's say your time is way faster than your friend. Is it like you just slow down to help him, or how do you push him to
Oh,
get faster?
like carbon practice, my coach wouldn't. He don't believe in that going easy and on each other in practice. They just gotta try beat me. They gotta outrun me, or they gotta stay next to me. Cause they ain't really. I wouldn't say my time way faster than them. Some of them they just scared to run with me. Some of them just scared to lock it. But he drilling that into them. They good. They fast. It's just a mindset. You just gotta keep strong.
Now let's go back to your difference. You know, running the 800 and now. So you're running the 800, and we talked about when you're at Miami, right? When you were like in third for all the race, and only at the last second, two or three people passed you. But you
Yeah.
had a crowd of literally 10 runners behind you, but you didn't even see them. In cross
Yeah.
country, it's like you're running for miles, and you see this person way uphill, and if you turn
Yeah.
back, you see this person. Like, tell us about the difference and the motivation in cross country versus the motivation versus track.
Uh, and then in cross country, it's like a bigger crowd. So you just be nervous. You be nervous. Sometimes you just gotta close your eye. I close my eye, breathe like 4 or 5 times, and just wait on the gun. Cause it's the CM. It's like the CM commands or whatever on the gun. But when you see like that big crowd coming down that hill or whatever, you realize I gotta get out with them. Cause if you don't get out, you stay in the box. And after 2 years, you ain't moving no more. Cause there's a lot of gravel and a lot of hills and stuff. So you just gotta get out and try and that. And, you know, my coach good. So he wouldn't be on the course running, but he'd be on the sidelines running, making sure we hit them splits or whatever, making sure everybody stick together.
Now you say your coach good. What do you mean by your coach is good? What do you mean by that?
My coach different.
Did it pause? Did it pause again? No. Save this. I'm not losing this one too. I'm not about to lose this interview. We're not gonna lose two interviews. Man, Tyler, yo, I need you to be here too. Come on, man. Uh, yeah, we having technical difficulties today, man. Great interview with Tyler. Sad to say, I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or the data, but he's getting disconnected. But he's doing a great job. We'll take a third swing at it. I know he changed his location, but we're almost done. We're about to be finished with the questions, and I don't want to miss these nuggets. I see he's totally out the chat, so I don't know what happened. But what we can do until he comes back, of course, he's sharing the difference between cross country and track. If you can leave some questions and we can get straight into the questions and answer period, that'll be beautiful. So let's just leave some questions and we'll go straight into there. I only have about two more scheduled questions, but so far I'm learning a lot from this.
What's good?
Say what's good. You can't like you just get a new package at Alive and your data strong. You got
Yeah, but
stuff, right?
one of my phones die out.
This one looks cleaner though. This one look like this where all the minutes is go. All right, so we are almost done. So what is your expectations for the new season, especially after COVID-19?
Uh, I'd expect like a stronger mindset from my teammates. Yeah, because once my team doing good, then I happy with it. Then I'd go for my times. I'd focus on my time, but it's really my teammates I really be concerned about. Because without them, it ain't no team. I can't compete if I don't have a cross country team. You know what I mean? So
So
I
would you consider,
from the
even
team.
though this is the first year of the cross country team, do you consider yourself as a senior on the team?
I mean, yeah, something like that. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that because this is supposed to be my last year running with the school.
Wow.
So yeah.
Already, but wow, I feel old because I remember when you first come in. I remember, boy, I remember what it was. Not Purdue. I think it was Florida College. You picking in the stands, picking your hair, young Tyler,
Yeah.
young man. Boy, that time already, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, sir.
How? Let's talk about that. How has the journey been?
I mean, the transition from one coach to the next, it was rough. But you gotta learn the coach, and the coach gotta learn you. Once you get up on, then it'd be smooth from now. But Coach Roll is a good coach. Like, he know what he doing. So I trust him from my God on the team. I was trusting him because I knew him
Give us
before.
give us your best memory with your coach. And ladies and gentlemen, you're free to drop questions. You can drop questions in the question area or here on the timeline. But give us your
Yeah,
best memory with Coach Roll.
I was at practice one day. Oh yeah, I was at practice one day, and I had this 700 time try. And remember when I told you I have this habit of slowing down before the line?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, got this thing. He'd go with me at like the last 200 meters at every interval once I finish. So yeah, it just be like on side him, me, just running, making sure I keep my mechanics and finish strong or whatever.
Now let's slow that down. So are you saying Coach Roll not only coaches, but he's a
Yeah,
coach that literally runs with you?
yeah, he running with me. He ain't care how long it is. He running with me.
And I want
He
to
ain't,
I want to revisit that one more time because we had Miss Josie saying that she can't never let an old man beat her. Is that a mentality you have as well?
no
That when
boy.
he running with you, you used to be like, I can't let this old man beat me.
He tell me it just like that. But my coach, he still strong. He still got that track and feel in him. So it don't be easy. Sometimes he beat me. I think the last time he do that, he beat me. Yeah,
So what's the count? If you had to put a count, like 4 or 5 or what, like how much times you beat him, how much times you think he beat you?
I beat my coach 3 times. My coach beat me like 4 or 5 times.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, again, I want to remind you we're interviewing head coach, the first ever fully paid head coach of the University of the Bahamas, Mr. Edno Roll, for the track, field, and cross country team. You want to join us this Sunday to continue this track week on off season. But Tyler, we've talked about your progress from the change of track, to cross country. But now let's touch on you.
Yeah.
Where did this start, bro? Like when you started running, where did this come from?
When I started, I used to wear special shoes when I was small. I used to wear
Mm-hmm.
special shoes because they tell my old lady I wasn't being able to walk. I had a brain problem.
Your mother, bro. Your mother. Not your
Yeah,
old
my
lady, your mother.
told my mother
Thank
I,
you.
I wouldn't be
Thank
able
you.
to. I'd have to wear special shoes. So she took me to
So
the
you mean
hospital
like the ones when your feet like curving, they gotta put the
because I was big when I born. When she gave birth, I was like 12 pounds.
hmm
So I was big and she was small. So yeah, they was telling I wouldn't be able to walk or whatever, and I'd be slow on learning. She
Wow,
took
bro.
me to the States to do my surgery or whatever, and I came back. And I went to primary school. I was still keeping up with the other students or whatever, but I had like a lot of energy. I had a lot of energy. So they just like put me on the track team. When I first joined the track team, I was slow. So yeah, but I tell her I wanted to keep running, keep running, keep running. She found me this coach, and yeah, I just take off from there.
That's a story though. You don't feel like you're blessed, like on a spiritual level to be even the run from doctors telling you this boy could never run to now you competing at a collegiate level. You don't feel you're blessed?
Yeah, she tell me that before every race. She'd remind me of that. So
Wow, I never knew that about you, but like it
yeah,
was always like Ken and Kimsey, but I might put you up there, but you a living testimony right now, bro. Gotta
me.
shake the show, Baptist shake for you. Give you a little Baptist shake. That's all. But boy, to God be the glory, boy. That's a miracle.
Uh,
Have you ever felt challenged while running? Like you ever felt like maybe the same for you?
yeah, I used to when I first started, like my first 4 or 5 years, I used to lose a lot. I used to lose a lot or whatever. And
And
my
what's the lesson from that? Pull out a lesson from that. From losing to now, you going against Purdue University, Princeton, Harvard University, Howard University. You going against top-notch colleges, and all they can see behind them is a blue boy cutting their hair.
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
have patience. You know what I mean? You gotta have patience. Just stay dedicated. Keep training. Keep trying. Because you gotta lose sometimes. you don't want to lose, you got to work for it. But you can lose sometimes. Everybody lose sometimes. But the true win is if you get up and you keep going. You know what I mean? You got to
I do
keep
know
going.
what you mean. Actually, you
Yeah.
touch a key part of your victory. You said this potentially your last year running with the university. You've accomplished what we see as the ultimate goal, bro. You're about to graduate. How does
Yeah.
that feel? And completing. You please tell us your major. Tell us what you plan on doing with it, man. Tell us about the academic journey.
Yeah, I studied biochem. Me and my brother had this plan. We supposed to do this pharmacy together. So yeah, he already graduated, but he came back to do it again. He on the track team too. You're part of the track team too.
Who
So
faster?
we were at two different events.
I
Yeah,
just trying to get you, man. Just trying to
yeah,
get you, man. You quick like hey, we ain't gotta discuss that. You know, baby, man. You know, man. You know.
yeah,
But
man.
so you all have this plan. Yeah, you two want to be doctors.
Yeah.
That's a good luck, bro. You know, we have a few athletes who already graduated, became MDs. What do you want to specialize in?
I wanted to go into the pharmacy, but I also want to do I want to deal with the heart too. I want to be a heart surgeon too. So
Play
so whatever
compliment to the season.
whatever he do, I just watch him. I just watch Leon. Whatever he do, I just watch him. Whatever he study, I just go right by him and study. Sometimes I question him on it.
So hold on, I just guess this Tyler. That means you have a high GPA.
Yeah, my GPA, I know brainiac, but
Oh, you was a geek, bro. I always thought you was this jock, man. You was a geek. Not to say the word, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. But if you see Tyler on campus, you would think, oh, here's this young man. You know, he probably been hang out by the courts and attempt to hit basketball shots. But now I'm learning, you know, he's a medical student. He's going to
yes,
pursue
sir.
to become a doctor one day. And he is a miracle himself. I'm surprised you didn't want to do surgery on the legs after your story, bro. Medical people like you a living testimony to how good the profession is.
Yeah,
That's
I
dope,
mean, I
dog.
thought about it, but
Whatever you do,
yeah,
I believe you're gonna
that's
succeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we dived into the life of this young man. You know, the battered one. I gotta call you the new goat. Kim Z-Yuan, I gotta call Tyler Gardiner. It's being declared this evening on the show. Tyler Gardiner is the new GOAT. So Tyler, I don't want us to get disconnected. So I don't. Oh, you scare me. I was about to end this and come back in. Don't do that, boy. Don't do that. But we're now in the question
I
and answer period.
think that's yeah, and that
That's my end. That's me. Ice the conk. Ice the conk. All
yeah,
right, cool.
yeah.
Ice the conk. Give it a second. Just give it a second. Give it a second. Give it a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for the question and answer period of it. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is off season with Tyler Gardiner. I'm gonna throw his fly up, but I scared because they tell me every time I do something, it's my fault. Because I is the CONCH, me.
Punch, Magic
Can anybody
punch,
say
yeah.
conch? No, I ain't like that. You don't know true baby. What island you from?
I
So
get that
we're
for
gonna wait for
SpongeBob.
some questions. Don't say that with pride, but stop. Move on. Move on. Let that one go. Let that one go. Y'all let's be checking out these collegiate girls too intelligent and got sense and
Sponge.
talk. But baby, let's watch SpongeBob. Boy, I can't take y'all all this shit. Yeah. We ain't gotta go to the movies, baby. We can watch SpongeBob. Y'all gotta stop.
No, my bad way.
But anyway, let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm waiting on questions. You know, we give you a 2-minute period. You can ask Tyler any questions you may have for him. I think he shared a lot about his life, from not being able to walk and even run to now running for a university. I think that's a blessing. If anybody needed that, it's here. Tyler could cost me end this and come back. I am not letting this whole thing go to waste, but I am about to save this. I saving this, y'all. We coming back in for question and answers. I ain't losing this.